Hey, what is up? It's Jim. I'm back with another Tiller tip, and this week we are still enjoying us some Ziggies. Oh, sweet goodness. Oh, it's so good. Don't sleep on Ziggies. Obviously, that's a callback to last week. We talked about the condition of your cup. And I believe the condition of our cups is so important for us that I just have more that I want to say. So, this is part two of that Tiller tip, and I'm excited to bring that to you. But first, I have a story that I'd like to share with you about my wife, Alicia. It definitely has a lot to do with the Tiller tip, so it's not just a non sequitur. But Alicia has this rare chronic illness that is awful. It's called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. There's a lot of people that do have this illness, but for her it plays out in an extremely rare and dangerous fashion. She has been on a liquid diet for a long time. Her body really can't tolerate solid food at all. Could you imagine? So nutritionally, she's a mess. She just all of her levels are constantly out of whack, and she's always needing things to really keep her alive. It's such a hard existence, and she has survived this for a long time. She's literally the strongest person I know, and one of the things that she's had a chronic problem with is potassium. It's just always been low, and she's always kind of needed some help with potassium. But one day, I don't know, it felt like there was a seismic shift. She went from just being low with potassium to just like never having potassium, like dangerous. And we went to a doctor's appointment. I went with her, and they were talking about potassium. And I asked the doctor, I don't really understand. Like, it seems like she's been really low for a long time, but then suddenly the shift has happened. Can you explain it? And are we going to just be in this season forever? Like, will she ever just get back to being normal low on potassium? And the doctor said, man, that is a great question, and I fear that this is going to be the state for her, because inside of us we all have like a reservoir of potassium, and there's varying levels of potassium, depending on how much you're taking in, how much bananas you're eating and stuff. And when that reservoir gets too low, that's scary, that's dangerous. Our bodies don't like that, but thankfully our bodies have like a backup reserve of potassium. And when you get too low, it'll just steal a little bit from that reserve, and keep us functioning, keep us going. And still not a great thing, but at least we've got this reserve. But if you draw too much from that reserve, if you bottom that back up, completely emptying it, you're not going to get it back. Like, you could draw from it and it will renew if it's not bottomed out, but if you absolutely use it, you'll lose it. There's no coming back. And that's what I think has happened with Alicia. She has no backup reserve, and so all we're fighting with is what is in her reservoir, and it's dangerously low. So I think she's going to need bags of potassium every week or two, and that has absolutely vetted out. Like, she is constantly getting potassium. So that's just one of many issues with Alicia, but it absolutely applies to our lesson with the cup. So, I talked about the opportunities of having a full cup and that we can pour it out for people, right? But there's an opportunity when we have a low cup. That opportunity is to be filled back up. If you're introverted, like normal people, like myself, I actually don't mean that, but maybe you need some alone time. Like, invest into filling your cup. Maybe you're extroverted and you need to be with people to get your cup filled. That's weird, but do that. The best way, in my estimation, to fill the cup, and we talked about all this last week, is to seek the Lord. Prayer, meditation, solitude, these things fill our cups far better, faster, more efficiently than anything. And so we got to be really mindful of the condition of our cup, right? That's what we talked about. But if we're going to live with too low of a cup, low on energy and gusto, and I wish I could come up with a better phrase to, label this, but if we're going to operate too low, we're going to pull from our reserves. Our backup reserves are going to be like, all right, well, I guess like you're too low, so we're gonna supply some, and then you're gonna be like, oh, good, I got a little in my cup. Delicious, and the reserve hasn't had a chance to build more of its backup, so it's gonna fill that back up, and then you're gonna be like, oh, look, I got more in my cup, I'm good. This is the tastiest tiller tip I've ever done. And then, your reserves are like, I don't have much, but the cup's still pretty empty, so maybe we just have to go ahead and chance it. And suddenly, your backups are gone. And if you use it, you'll lose it. And then all you're fighting with is what you have in your cup. I am trying to tell you that this is of vital importance. This is burnout, right? Like if we operate too low and empty out our backups, this is absolute burnout. Now, I think the Lord can do more with our backup reserves when it comes to energy and gusto than he chooses to do with potassium. But we've got to be really mindful. I think it's a really dangerous thing to just rely on the backups. You know what I'm saying? So when you get low, don't rely on the backups. Just please do the things that is necessary. Like, I love calendaring. I think that needs to be a stronger tiller tip that I do. Calendar time for yourself to fill your cup, especially that time with the Lord. Do the things necessary. Take it as the most important thing, because it might be. Because we are all called to the Great Commission to go therefore and make disciples. And that is very much a pour out kind of experience. And if you're going to try to do that in your low state, I'm just telling you, it's just not going to go well. So if you use it, you will lose it. Yeah, there we go. That's what I have. I don't have much more Ziggy's juice to redo this one, so we're going to hit publish on this. I appreciate you checking these out. And yeah, if you have a moment, if you think about it, I would relish your prayers for Alicia and her journey with potassium and just everything with her health. It is quite a journey, and I don't know how she does it. She has operated with a low cup for a long time, but God has given her a lot of reserves and a lot of himself, and so I'm really thankful for that. So, all right. Hey, thanks so much. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next time. All right. See ya.